it was just a bunch of players, couple of staff, and man, they was out there having a good time, and you could tell that they were trying to get Odell acquainted and familiar with a little Maryland hospitality, because they had him on camera devouring a crab cake,
Nice.
Like, dog, and the crab cake, it was legit too, man. Like, I was literally looking at the TV, and my mouth was like salivating for real, for real. Like, but it was really cool to see the Ravens out there. Like I said, politicians, actors, athletes, they all come out to enjoy. And they always have a musical guest.
Well, your
And
audio. Okay, there you go.
yeah, they always have a musical guest. And this year was Bruno Mars. And
Has he done it before?
yes, I
Okay.
was good. I was gonna tell the story, but then I wasn't gonna tell the story. But now I'm gonna go ahead and tell the story. He came here about I'm gonna have to say like 10 or 11 years ago. Okay, and um I think he wasn't the headliner. I want to say that the headliner was either, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if they remember this, the headliner was either Train or Goo Goo Dolls.
That's
Okay,
right.
or it might have been both.
Yeah.
Okay, I went to this Preakness because I was absolutely. I mean, I love the Goo Goo Dolls. I love Train. I just started to really get familiar with Bruno Mars. So, like I said, this is like 10, 11 years ago. So this is when he was just like really first starting to simmer. And like I said, he was not the headliner, for the Preakness. But also, it was the first go around of the Preakness Mug Club, which um just give you a little history of how Preakness used to be. You used to be able to bring coolers, bring all your beer. Like, it was really like when they say like an infield festival, it was really like an infield festival.
Yeah.
You could bring shit in, and I guess revenue and like the the infield like legit turned into a mob for real. I mean, like, with everybody bringing their own shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was just really, it got like completely out of hand. So I guess like for revenue, of course, is always the bottom dollar is always number one. But number two, I guess to kind of like do a little crowd control and keep things kind of under wraps, they introduced this mug club idea. So, I think back then it was like maybe like 70, $80. You get this, commemorative souvenir like mug cup. It was like plastic. And you could basically get all the beer and wine, all you could drink beer and wine the whole Preakness day.
Nice.
So, that was like, it was like the big deal. So then they had, Bruno Mars out there. And like, even back then, I remember saying to myself, like, man, this guy's, really fantastic. He sounded great live. So, here it is 10 years later, a couple of Grammy winnings and, tons of nominations and whatnot. Came back to Baltimore to do the Preakness, man. And, from what I heard, I knew a couple of people that went out to the show. And they said, like, as soon as he came out on stage, it like started raining, and he was just like, screw it, we're gonna have a party anyway. And those people, it drizzled a little bit. It wasn't like a downpour or anything like that, but everybody just, danced in the rain, which can be a lot of fun too.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, man. So Preakness is a big deal in Baltimore and will always be a big deal in Baltimore. I know we go back and forth about if it's going to go, is it going to stay, but I have full faith that it will be here for a very long time.
Something came up in my Facebook memories, and I think they should make it part of Preakness Saturday every year. And that's there was one year, like 12 years ago,
Yeah.
I was at an Orioles game on Preakness Saturday,
Okay.
and when the race happened during the game, like they kind of like shut stuff down and showed the Preakness on the big screen there at the Orioles
Oh
game.
yeah. Oh yeah. They'll do that. They'll
And
do that.
it was kind of disappointing. They were up in Toronto this year, so they couldn't do that. Like,
Oh yes.
Orioles should have a game here every Preakness.
Yeah, right. Legit. And you're right. You know, the Orioles were up there in Toronto. We're going to talk a little bit about that too, yo. Real life, because the Orioles, they're scorching hot right now. But back to the Preakness Stakes. I mean, I guess we got to shout out the white-haired, the white-haired champion, I guess I got to call him. Or the white-haired goat of horse racing. His name, Bob Baffert.
Yeah.
National treasure. You know, there was a lot of talk about Blazing Sevens. There was a few people were talking about Mage, but it turned out that National Treasure, Bob Baffert, horse, Velasquez on the jockey, we're all familiar with him. You know, they took first. Blazing Sevens came in second, and Mage came in third. So, you know, I would have to say, you know, this one was, I guess, outside of who the exact winner was, it was, you know, pretty much kind of like as most people predicted. You know, the favorites, the ones that everybody was talking about was in at least first, second, or third.
Here's a fun fact. Maybe I said it on the show before. Probably have. I don't know. But Bob Baffert, one of the more prolific horse owners, trainers, all that, he is an alumnus of the University of Arizona.
I don't know if you've ever said that, because I would have remembered that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Little hometown tie back there for me, you know?
Yeah. And gosh, you know, I didn't watch the race itself, but I saw the highlights. I was just looking at that guy like, you know, he must really know his horses.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what he's accomplishing is it's hard to do. It's hard to do, man, and he just seems to have fucking horse racing in the chokehold. He's got so many wins, but I mean, he'll definitely. I don't know if there's a horse racing Hall of Fame, but if it is, he's definitely going down in that joint.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, you know, Mark just talked about our Oriole Birds going up north to Toronto to play AL East Division rivals, Blue Jays. And, you know, I figured we'd talk about that because, you know, right now, believe it or not, and I'm pretty sure about this, I think the Orioles are the second best team in the league, dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, this weekend was quite a test. Because, as I said, this is a division rival. Now, granted, the Toronto Blue Jays are the bottom feeders of the AL East right now. But, you know, they have a tendency to have our number. You know?
And even bottom feeders of the AL East, that's rough wording because every team in the division has a winning record.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. And so if I'm painting a fucked up picture of the Toronto Blue Jays, let me clear that up for you guys. The Toronto Blue Jays are 25-22, which their win percentage is 53.2%. Okay, just to give you some, I guess some figures, some reality of how good, how awesomely terrible, I guess, they really are. Minnesota Twins, leaders of the AL Central, have the same record as them. They're pretty much like they're right in the median. They're right in the middle of the American League.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I like to hang my hat on when it comes to baseball is that, you know, season in and season out, the AL East is tough. Okay, and I think sometimes it gets a little lost because there's a first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You know what I mean? Like there's this hierarchy that we use. I mean that's how we get our standings. But and when you say things like, okay, these are the bottom feeders, because which they are, Toronto's the bottom feeders, but they're actually in the grand scheme of things not horrible. I mean, to be in the bottom of the AL East and still have like half of the American League with a worse record than you, I wouldn't be feeling too bad about my position.
Oh, for sure.
Right now, you understand what I'm saying? And like also to say that AL East is tough, you guys, and there are some other divisions out there that like to talk smack on that, but I fight it off every season with a random fan. That dude. Consistently season in and Mark, I mean, you come from another place, you know what I mean? So you followed other teams and other divisions and whatnot. Honestly, man, like season in and season out, the AL East is deep. They do their damn thing every season.
Oh, for sure. Like it's not gonna be every single season, but consistently, year after, like decade after decade, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, cool. It's just, you gotta give them the props. So, but anyway, that's my. Thanks for coming to my quiche talk on the AL East. But the Orioles went up to Toronto, and like I said, good division rivals. And in the past, they've had our number. I always get a little weary when we have to face certain teams. It's funny, Mark, because you would think that I would get a little weary or a little like scary, if you will, if we would play the Yankees or the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I am never afraid of those series. But, I tell you who I am afraid of. I get afraid of the Toronto Blue Jays. And this year it's completely 100% warranted. I get afraid playing the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, everybody's afraid to play them now.
Oh, yeah. And last year we didn't do too well against the Rays at all.
We did not. That's what I said, and historically, we're not that fantastic against the Blue Jays either. I think the Blue Jays might have even killed our wild card hopes and dreams, maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I think that was that wild card game that we lost. It was against the Blue Jays. They got a big series. We have in the major league right now. Like I said, we're in second place. The Yankees are at least 2.5, 3 games behind us. And the Orioles, this is a big test for them. And what do they do, Mark? What do they do?
I think it's the theme of the show. Sweep.
I think, dude, you are kidding. I swear to goodness. You're going to be better than me. One day, you are going to be like, I'm going to be chasing you. I'm going to be chasing you, man. We're equals right now, but I feel like we'll be chasing you one day. But yeah, you're definitely right. Fucking theme of the night, sweep. So we swept the Toronto Blue Jays. And, the most impressive game was which game was it? Yesterday or Saturday when we scored? It was Saturday when we scored 5 runs.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Okay, it was yesterday. All right, I watched every last game. All right, super impressive. Okay, when we scored 5 runs late in the inning to
in the 11th inning. It was in extra innings at that point too.
Yeah, we were in extra innings. I mean, and they just really poured on the beat down. I mean, Cedric Mullins was just on fire. I mean, for me, this is a part where, this is a part of the season where we might want to circle that particular series, man, because, dude, I mean, you swept it, and like, these come from behind wins, you know, is just unbelievable to me. Mark, I mean, and you've been in the muck with me for about what, 5, 6 years now. You know what the name of the game has been. Like, dude, let's just score enough runs to where they can't keep up. That was my goal for them. That's what I talked about it season after season. But now it's like, dude, we can come from behind. I feel really strong. I mean, this has got to be one hell of a confidence booster for a young Orioles baseball team.
Oh, for sure. They who was the series before that? The Angels, like.
Yes.
A little disappointment there at times, but
yes.
Coming off of that series, then going in and getting a sweep in Toronto, man, those guys had to be flying high.
Yeah, and I think this will also help. Cedric, I'm starting to say it, and I'm believing it, and I'm sticking to it. I believe this will help Cedric Mullins' All-Star chances. I think he will be in the runnings. I think he deserves to be there. Prior to, he was hot in Toronto. Struggled a little bit. 2 series before that, but looks like he's getting back on track now, and it's right around the right time because we've got about like another month or so, month and a half before we get to All-Star.
Yeah.
Game time, so if he remains hot, I do believe that he'll go back to the big show.
Definitely, and he won't be alone in the Orioles orange.
Oh hell no! You want to put a pick out there for All-Star game since we're talking about it?
I think the easiest one is the young man I mentioned a couple weeks ago. Or Cano.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock. And, Rocking the Mountain, man. I mean, they're doing fantastic, too. And, okay, so with the Rock, this is not his rookie year, right?
No.
Okay,
he started with the Twins, I believe.
You said what now?
I think he started with the Twins.
Okay.
In their system, yeah.
Okay. But still fairly young.
Yeah.
I would like. I don't have that information, and I'm just thinking about it right now. I'd like to know where we stack up as far as like average age and compared to to the rest of the league. I feel like we've got a lot of young ones, but we also got a nice little mix of veterans too. I'm not quite sure where we stack up against that. Would you happen to know that, or is that something I gotta look up?
I'm not sure on the average age, but yeah, we definitely train on the young side. And there's like fans are getting crazy now because now people are saying, "Oh, so and so needs to get called up from the minors." No, just let these guys simmer.
They getting trigger happy. They want to pull the trigger on everybody now. I get it. You get a little drunk off the sauce because so far so good. Even with Grayson Rodriguez, he's had his. It's been like to me, I feel like it's been an up and down thing with him. But when he's good, he's freaking fantastic, and when he's bad, he's just really, really bad. There's like no in between with him, I feel like. But we got to be patient with him, of course. And as the season goes along, a little more experience, a little more work on your techniques and foundational skills and stuff like that. Man, he's gonna be nice too. He's gonna be nice too.
And yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Adley Rutschman getting called up, and he didn't exactly have the most stellar first month or so. Then he got in that swing of things. Yeah.
So as Mark just said, let's give this time. Let's not. I think we have a pretty fantastic unit right now, Mark. Really, one of my future future easy money picks is, I'm feeling ballsy about it. I'm thinking that the Orioles can take the AL East.
Okay.
I'm still feeling it. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling Ravens to take the AFC, and I'm feeling LSU to run it back, a repeat. That's my three-leg future.
Women's basketball.
Women's basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me be very specific about that. Yeah, women's basketball. But I'm really pumped with what the Orioles are doing right now. I mean, they are definitely battle tested. These young guys, they're getting a lot of good stuff. I mean, and it also helps that you're in one of the most difficult divisions in baseball, and so you're getting all the good shit early. So. I'm just so anxious to see where they will be, and, as a team, as a unit in September.
Yeah.
This is definitely a growth season for the Orioles. I'm really excited about that. So, all right, let me look at the menu here. What else we got on here? Okay, let's talk about. Oh, before I talk about basketball, gosh, I wish we had a picture of this. The new City Connect jerseys, the Nike joints. Did you have a chance to check those out?
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
It's they got the old school lettering, they got the old school B on the hat, and the jerseys that I saw were all black with some colorful details, minor colorful details, but it looked like a throwback jersey with some modern day highlights on there.
Can you see the screen?
Oh, Mark, you crafty little devil!
You should have known I was prepared for that.
That's what's up. Them jerseys are straight fire. Now, if you watch baseball, you already know. Without this special edition jersey or whatever, the Orioles already were high ranked as far as uniforms was concerned.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a few seasons in the past too. When they would do these rankings, the Orioles would already be up there. So when I saw this, they debuted them today. Those City Connect jerseys, man. I mean, they're straight fire, and they already seem to be a hot item in the 410. Dog, when I was leaving work today, I was walking past one of my pizza spot that's right across from my job, right? And I was waving through the window just say hi to the guys because I go out there all the time. And the guy comes out and he hugs me. We're talking. And he's like, "I know you've been to some Oriole games." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been to an Oriole game." And we're talking about baseball and everything. And I turn and walk away. It's this old guy. Like, I swear to goodness. And there's always a lot of older people in my area, probably because I'm over there by Little Italy. But it was an older gentleman, and he said, "Did you happen to see those City Connect jerseys?" I was like, "Yes, I got a birthday coming up. I'm thinking of treating myself to one." And he said, "I got mine today." I said, "You shit me." I said, "Get out of here." I said, how did you do that?" I said, "Would you have some early access online?" He said, "I went over to the stadium. They had the warehouse open today, and I think they're going to be open all week. So I'm definitely going to check that out, man, because them jerseys are straight fire."
Yeah, I don't get the people that are criticizing them. Like,
people are criticizing. See, I have not been on social media today. And what is it in those damn Oriole groups?
Of course.
I cannot.
But I've seen I've seen some criticisms outside of group too. But
really,
I mean, I don't know what they're expecting, like fireworks and like it's supposed to like shoot money out at you or something. I don't know.
Marylanders got a problem. They probably wanted that damn Maryland flag all over there, making it look all ugly and shit. That's we go overboard with that type stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe people were looking for something like that, but I don't know. I thought that they were fantastic.
Yeah,
they
got that little stripe
funny
on the sleeve, that on the cuff of the sleeve. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know what people were expecting either. That's kind of, I thought that would be pretty, overwhelmingly received, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. People suck. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's talk some basketball. Let's get on the hot. Okay, got a little time. All right, so we are in the conference finals, and I mean it's been a big weekend in the NBA. We also had the WNBA start back up. Brittany Griner had her first game back with the Phoenix Mercury. They played the LA Sparks. That was last week. Brittany Griner, she did pretty good. I think she might have had I know she had she might have got a double-double or may have been a rebound or two shy of the double-double. But, I mean, the Mercury got their butts kicked in. They got beat by 25 points.
Yeah.
But, she looked in shape. She looked in form. For somebody that has not, dribbled a basketball in a very long time, being detained over there in Russia. But, I watched the game just to see how she looked, and she looked great. If the Phoenix Mercury, they need some work. Shout out to the LA Sparks. They looked fantastic. But great way to kick off the WNBA season with that game,
Yeah, and Brittany, she looked healthy. It was great to see her. It was great to see the response that the home crowd gave her.
Yeah.
But it was just so weird to see her come out without the hair,
I know. It's so crazy. I know what that's like because I had locks for 12 years and then I cut mine off, and people would be like, "Oh, you just look so different." But that was like a signature, one of her signature looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she looks like she's enjoying herself and having ball and enjoying being reunited with her teammates and also other players around the league. It was just a really cool moment, and I'm pretty sure she took it all in, and it was a big weight off of her chest to finally get that first official game under her belt. So big shout out to Brittany Griner. Candace Parker, also had a debut of her own. Played her first game with the Aces. I mean, there's a lot of shakeup, a lot of craziness going down. There's a lot of drama, I guess you should say, in the WNBA. I mean, they've got some Becky Hammond. Did you hear about that situation?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So can you fill me in on this? Because I mean, I've read a few headlines, but I just don't know the details. But what the hell is going on with them?
So the Aces, they won the WNBA title last year, so of course they're top dog, and they're looking just as dominant this year so far. I mean, a game into the season.
Right.
But Becky Hammond has been connected to the Toronto Raptors head coaching job. I'm really not sure where, the source on this, but rumors started swirling that she was in the hunt, and it was interesting. She was on a podcast the other day, and I guess they asked her about it, and she's like, I forget exactly what the quote was, but she said something like, "I'm just concerned about these women right now. I don't have time for those boys."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now I knew that. Okay, so when I was watching the Griner game, they had mentioned something about her and a player who may have been pregnant. So I thought that there was some controversy.
Oh, I haven't heard that. What?
Behind that. Damn, man. Okay, so I'm gonna do some serious deep dive and research because from what I understand, there was some other shit going on too. They didn't say anything about the Toronto Raptors, and now that I'm hearing this, I'm like, man, could this all be connected? I'm not sure. But
Huh.
so she is in consideration for a head coaching job.
In the
And,
NBA.
oh my goodness. You know, I'm all about shattering those glass ceilings.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But she
Yeah,
seemed to shut it down. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, but whew, that's a big first. Who wouldn't want to take that chance, dude? But man, I mean, do the right thing, whatever that is. Do the right thing for you, Becky. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. How about can we both look into that for the next show? Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, yeah. Because when you mentioned Becky Hammon in our pre-show stuff, when you sent the lineup, I was thinking it was about the Raptors thing. So I had no idea about the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. We're definitely all right. So outside, we're gonna come back next week. We're gonna table that conversation to the next show. All right.
Oh, oh.
So,
The
big
per-
shout out to the WNBA. Look forward to a great season, and Mark and I, we're definitely going to make a bigger effort to include them to every show from here on out. Cool
so
with that?
you know the professor's got us.
Oh shit! What's happening?
Basically, Becky told Hamby that her getting pregnant is ruining the Aces repeating, and then traded her.
Yes, this is the shit I was hearing. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then traded her.
Oh, yo. Okay. That sounds more of like what they were talking about Friday night. Now that is crazy too. So yes, Mark, because this thing is not going away. Everybody's talking about it. We're gonna come better prepared to speak on that. And a big shout out to I swear to God, he's got to be our number one MVP listener, yo. Harry, thanks a lot for the information, brother. Appreciate you, yo. But let's get into this thing called the NBA. Gosh, who has just as much drama as the WNBA has right now? Christ Almighty. We got a couple of 3-0 teams. First and foremost, let's go ahead and do the shame portion of our show. Mark, did you think? Could you even fathom two, not just one, but both teams in the Eastern and Western Conference being up or down, however you want to put it, 3-0 at this point, 0-3, like,
and especially it being on the Eastern Conference side, the Celtics, like that boggles the mind because they were so damn good all season long. Not to mention the Heat and the Lakers both were the first teams to do the play-in games to get past the first round. So, like, Lakers, you kind of see it with them being a play-in team, but it's the conference finals. Like, I can't even remember the last time a sweep happened in the conference finals.
I'm just gonna say it right now, yo. I'm disgusted. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, bro, but I'm disgusted.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's kind of fun to watch. History's being made. Never in the history of the NBA has both conference finals been swept, and we're like a game away from each.
Oof. I don't know, man. If you're a fan of a fan of basketball, at this point, the odds are more likely than not that you don't have a dog, you know what I mean, in this fight at this point because there's only 4 teams left. But if you like to watch basketball, you've got to be just as disgusted as I am. Honestly, man, I literally... Looking at the Celtics was making me sick. Like, yo, the green of the uniform, the horrible play just made me want to throw up all over my hardwood floor.
Did you hear Charles Barkley last night at halftime?
No, what did he say?
He was just absolutely going off on the Celtics. And I guess he picked the Celtics all 3 games so far.
Oh, Yeah, I mean, I was a victim. I fully believed that, the Celtics were going to turn it around and, take. I expected both of these Bammers to take Game 3. I am not gonna lie to you, and like I said, I'm just disgusted because the Lakers they could get swept at home tonight, which is just ridiculous. You mean to tell me you came this far to not win a goddamn not win a game in your conference final? The Celtics, you went all the way to the big show last year, and you came out there with zero energy. I don't know, zero sense of urgency. I mean, they stunk it up. Which brings me to my first question: who was more of a surprise on dropping Game 3, Lakers or the Celtics?
Oh, damn, that's a hard question.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
Well, I guess the Lakers because it was at home, but I mean the Celtics, the way they lost that game, jeez.
Yeah. The Celtics freaking imploded, which to me, I mean, like, dude, at least the Lakers made it somewhat competitive, but the Celtics, holy crap!
I mean, they were down by 40 at one point. It wasn't even a game. It was just like backyard ball.
It's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed right now. Honestly, they should be freaking embarrassed right now.
Yeah, they should be. Which maybe will keep them from getting swept. Like maybe they'll get pissed off because of what happened and come out in Game 4. But
Lakers should be embarrassed too, for real.
Yeah.
And I'm when I start after the games, I always start thinking about the other shit. I watch the game, I process what I watched, then I start thinking about other factors. And what are the two common factors for both teams that are down right now? What is the common factor between the two teams that are down right now? Do you know what it is?
No, I can't think of it.
First year coaching.
Ah. That could be.
First year coaching. Okay. And
I mean, Spoelstra
is fantastic. Did we not say this last week?
He just out-coached the Celtics so bad.
Yeah. And I feel like the same thing is going on in the Western Conference. Like, honestly, I feel like, like some of the things that were going on, we talked about this online, some of the matchups, the way that you tried to slow down Jamal Murray, which was ineffective in every facet of the way. I mean, it was just like, dude, you were it just felt like you're kind of pulling at straws. Joe Mazzulla, I don't know what happened in halftime, but you've got to figure out a way to get through to these players. You should have and ignited something in them to even compete in the second half of the game, and that shit did not happen, dog.
I swear the Heat had 7 players on the court last night because they were double teaming Jason Tatum like crazy. Someone had to be open.
That's coaching. That's coaching.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about it. Okay, first things first, Lakers are at home, Game 4 against Denver Nuggets. Lakers are 3.5-point favorites. Over, under, what did we end at, Mark? Was that 226 we discussed offline?
226 before the show started, yeah. Who knows where it is now?
Okay, that's what we're going to stick with. That's our story, and we are sticking to it. Okay, so, as I said, I mean, we got a team that, their backs are against the wall. Everybody knows it because they've said it 11 times this weekend because everybody's just as disgusted as I am. There is no team out there that has ever come back from an 0-3 deficit in the NBA Conference Finals. Okay, the postseason period, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to take it to the postseason period. This is a must-win game for the Lakers, right? First 3 games, we have not seen a whole lot to go off of to be optimistic that the Lakers will be the first team to break the 0-3 curse or whatever.
Yeah.
But there is a possibility of a gentleman's sweep. How you liking the Lakers' odds tonight, yo? You think they can pull it off?
I know that you're disgusted by the conference finals, but I am pulling for a double sweep.
Oh!
And the way the Lakers been playing, man,
Said they don't deserve a damn thing, huh?
Not even a gentleman's sweep. Just let LeBron go back to his palatial estate and consider next year and where he's going to play, what he's going to do. Yeah, send these Lakers home and put them out of their misery.
I'll tell you what. LeBron James was pissed the F off at the end of Game 3. I don't know if you saw or noticed.
He was.
How he left before the game was even over, which, I don't condone that type of shit at all.
Yeah.
That's not, you got some young kids on the team. Man up. Don't, to me, that's bitch activity. You take your wins. You stand out there screaming, holler, jump around on your wins. You got to take those L's too. Like a professional.
Definitely.
That's just so many. Like I've seen him do that so many times, and it's one of the things that just grinds my gears when it comes to LeBron James. But damn, I started talking about that. Now I'm all.
Who you got for tonight?
You said what?
Who you got for tonight?
Okay, yeah, that's what we doing. All right.
I'm going Nuggets.
I know you're going with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
You guys, okay, this is my easy money pick for tonight. I refuse to believe that this team, yes, they have not, as I said earlier, they have not given a whole lot of evidence to say that, yeah, they can go in here and get this thing done tonight. I just refuse to believe that this team does not win one freaking game this whole series. My easy money pick for tonight is take the Lakers on the money line. They are going to win tonight. They have to win tonight. There's nothing else I can say about it. This might be a Major Keish emotional pick, but dog, they gotta win tonight. I refuse to believe that they don't win a single damn game in the Western Conference Finals. Come on, you guys. Come on. And you know what? I'm not even mad at Rui Hachimura. I'm not mad at Austin Reeves. Like, to me, those guys are getting it done. And what's the other kid's name? Lonnie Walker was even trying to do a little something.
Reeves and LeBron are like the only ones scoring double digits too. It's crazy.
Yeah. Rui's getting he's getting up there. He's getting in there. I think the last game I'm not sure if he broke double digits last game. But there were games when he had the 20s. He was in the 20s.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with D'Angelo Russell. We could probably use a little more from my man Dennis Schroeder as well. I need for D'Angelo Russell to get his shit together because you know how much I hate LeBron James handling the ball and taking the reins on that. So
it's interesting you mentioned D'Angelo Russell because in the comments the professor asks, what do you think about Kyrie or CP3 replacing D'Angelo Russell next year?
Oh my God, Jason said the same thing yesterday. Kyrie Irving is coming to the Los Angeles Lakers.
How many times have we heard that though?
Right, and let me be honest with you guys, okay? If LeBron James is staying with the Lakers, and LeBron James won another championship, do you honestly think that they are going to take a chance on somebody as volatile and unstable as Kyrie Irving? Be honest. After you done burnt one team, I don't think that they would do it. Not at this stage of the game. You need to go for sure shots. You can't go with somebody that's got freaking, on again, off again syndrome and shit. Like, something you just can't do. I mean, what do you think, Mark?
Yeah, Kyrie's just too much of a loose cannon. I mean, where did he end up after the trade last year?
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of went quiet after that, but I don't know. You hope he matures with age. It's been a long time since he entered the league. Maybe he can chill out a little bit. I don't know. He and LeBron got history too, so I don't know. I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't know why people keep talking about it, but I mean, it's a fair question. But I don't see it. So back to tonight's game. Mark's going with Nuggets. I'm going with the Lakers. As far as easy money picks, Mark, we talked about this offline a little bit. I think we're both leaning towards the over. Is that what we're doing, bro?
Yeah, but 226 is high, and I
Okay,
wanted to tease it down a little bit.
Like let's tell people to bump that joint down. If you want to go 222 and below, that's a sure shot.
Yeah.
But we are both Mark and I do agree that we're going for a high scoring game. I'm expecting these guys to come out with some fire under their ass. I'm expecting full energy. Going up and down the court. I'm expecting to see two unstoppable offense to show up tonight. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah. This Nuggets team, man.
Yeah.
They I guess Denver isn't the most glitzy city or whatever.
Yeah.
But people just haven't been talking about them, and they're just they dominated all playoffs, and people about to see when in the finals.
Oh hell yeah! And if you want to win tonight, Ham is most definitely going to have to figure out what to do with Jamal Murray. And I'm a stickler for one single player, whipping your ass more than one game. Once you get the 2 in a row, 3 in a row, dude, somebody is not doing their job, and that comes down to coaching. So they better figure that out. They better figure this Murray kid out because he's been scorching their ass consistently. And this is why we're talking about the inevitable. Yes, we're saying Denver is going to come out of this. And, the scary part about it is, and when I say Denver is going to come out of this, I mean this whole entire thing. They are winning the NBA championship, okay? Because Miami cannot beat this team. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, they're playing fantastic. They got the Wizard on their side. They are not going to beat this team. Okay, because let me just tell you that it is a scary thing when your star, your multiple MVP player, doesn't even have to be on. And what I mean by that is when your star has freaking 10 plus, and he's a center, 10 plus assists a game, dog. That is terrifying. I mean, if you really, watch the game and the way this shit's going, that has got to be a scary thing. He don't even have to be on. I mean, this dude could dish out 13, 14 assists, and they're still beating they're beating you bad. So, that's that. So we're on opposite ends of the stick there. Let's take a little time check. All right, we got a few minutes left. The few minutes that we got left, you want to pick tomorrow's game?
Yeah, that one. I mean,
come on, you got to go with Celtics on me on this one, yo. Because I refuse. or what? What do you?
Well, like I said, that beating last night.
Oh no, you're going with my. Oh my God.
that beating last night is a little bit scary because I could see the Celtics being pissed off and coming back and
yes!
taking tomorrow night. But I'm still rooting for the sweep, the double sweep.
You guys, I'm going with the Celtics. I just couldn't. I refuse. Not you guys are. I'm begging and pleading with all my. I'm saying it with my little baby chest right here. I'm saying it with all my might. You have got to win one game, at least one game in these conference finals. You are a professional. Get yourselves together and let's do this, please.
The professor says Jimmy's gonna lock Murray up. Jimmy will not be denied.
Oh Lord. Hey, now listen. Hey, playoff Jimmy is a superhero. I'm not denying him of that, but dude, I mean, like, Jokic would gobble up Adebayo for breakfast. I'm just saying, like, and yes, it will definitely be nice to see how the two match up against each other. And I'm talking about Murray and Jimmy Butler. But then, I mean, you got Aaron Gordon. I mean, they're just too big and too strong, man. And you best believe it ain't gonna be no whole lot of goings-ons like they've been doing with the Boston Celtics. Because Mike Malone is a better coach, more seasoned coach. So, yeah, I can say it, like I said, with my little birdie baby chest. You know, the Denver Nuggets is walking away from this whole entire thing, and they're going to get their first NBA championship.
Professor says about Jimmy, he'll win with G League players. I think he's on the Miami Heat.
That's all Eric. That's all Eric Spoelstra. That's all he's doing, dog. Because you know, I think they kept saying, like, you know, they had, like, I don't know how many undrafted players or something like that. Like, man,
yeah, a few.
Insane. I think it was like 6, like 5 or 6 or something like that. It was quite a few.
And they talked about it a little post game, interviewing who was it?
What, Gabe Vincent?
Caleb.
Oh, Caleb Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they asked him, "Are you tired of?"
Was it Caleb Martin?
Martin,
God,
yeah.
I think Caleb Joseph. Yeah, Caleb Martin. Caleb Joseph.
They asked him, like, "Are you tired of all the talk of undrafted players?" And he's like, "No, they can talk about whatever they want. Like, we're doing our thing on the court. That's what matters most."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we saw what fuel can do to the fire, because, you know, that we saw that the one game where Grant Williams and Jimmy Butler kind of, you know, was it like this headbutt thing? Did you see that?
Yeah.
And they were talking shit, and what happened after that? You know, Jimmy Butler just scorched their ass, you know. So, you know, there are a lot of people that embrace that kind of talk, and it motivates them. And clearly, you know, Miami Heat is playing like they got a chip on their shoulder. Like, yo, a lot of people ain't paying attention. A lot of people doubting us, but, yo, y'all forgot. We've been doing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
Playing with a child, man. I like it. I love it. I love it. You know, I don't like the Celtics anyway. You know, my Lakers will not allow me to do that. But, yeah, so, okay. So we're on opposite ends of the stick again, all right? So there you have it. You got anything else on the menu for tonight? Any real on wrestling? Anything you wanted to put out there?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
NCAA softball playoffs are going on. Super
Yes,
regionals are
yes.
decided. You know, my heart is broken because Arizona didn't make it into the postseason. First time in 35 seasons.
I was about to say, what?
35 years. And they
Wow.
got a second-year coach. It's tough when a legend retires and you know.
Yeah.
But I know they'll be back. But shout out, let me get the name right, Florida State pitcher. I actually posted on my Facebook wall too. Catherine Sandercock.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
An amazing, perfect game in the playoffs here in the regionals, and that was just the video that I posted. It was like every single out, and just, man, Florida State and Catherine, like, she did an amazing job there, and I think this Florida State team could be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. And you know what makes that so awesome, and it really stands out, because here we are in the age of the long ball, right? Everybody's all obsessing over home runs and whatnot.
Yeah.
When you get those pitching gems, man, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
All right, I think that's all it is for tonight, right, homie?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, cool. Well, Baltimore, yo, you know how we end this show. Spread love, yo. Still in a pandemic. Wash that ass. Wash them hands. I am Keisha. On the other end of the line is my main slice of pizza, Mark. I love this big homie, y'all. We're just a bit outside. Y'all have a great week.
Oh, wait.
Peace.
Hold on.
What? What's up? What?
One last thing.
What?
Since, this is our show for the week, we're not going to be on Thursday. A little bit of a early happy birthday, Keisha.
Oh, man. Man, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm thinking you about to drop another sports-related jewel. Thank you so much, brother.
Definitely. I know we've been running Thursdays lately, so
yeah,
you enjoy your Thursday birthday.
Thanks a lot, guys. And like I said, outsiders, y'all have a great week. Peace.